Hello, I'm Dr. Sneha, Reproductive Medicine Specialist at NU Hospitals, Bangalore. Today I will be speaking about infertility related to polycystic ovarian syndrome. PCOS or polycystic ovarian syndrome is a common disorder. It affects about 5 to 10% of the women of reproductive age group. Usually we call it a syndrome when there are presence of multiple issues in the same person together. So in this case, in polycystic ovarian syndrome, if there are presence of 2 out of the 3 issues, such as anovulation, which is the inability of production of eggs from the ovary normally, and the presence of increased androgens, which are the male hormones in the female body, or it may be enlarged ovaries with multiple cysts, which can be seen on a scan. So to diagnose polycystic ovarian syndrome, we use a combination of history, physical examination, blood tests, and ultrasound. On history, the woman may be suffering from irregular periods. The cycles may come once in about 35-40 days, 2 months, or she may just be getting the periods on taking medications. Or sometimes there may be signs of increased androgens in the body in the form of acne, or there may be hirsutism, which is the presence of hair growth in male pattern, that is increased hair growth over the chin, upper lip, or on the chest, abdomen, thighs. So this may be present, and sometimes there may be inability to conceive along with this. And on blood tests, there may be an altered hormonal levels. There may be increased levels of luteinizing hormone, or there may be increased levels of anti-Mullerian hormone. There may be increased blood sugar or cholesterol levels associated. Or sometimes on scan, we do a scan and we see that there are multiple cysts in the ovary, about 2 to 9 millimeters, along with an increased size of the ovary. So if these are present, then we can diagnose polycystic ovarian syndrome. Polycystic ovarian syndrome may manifest in different forms in the same individual, depending on the age group. So I will just talk on the problem of infertility today. So if at all there is inability to conceive due to polycystic ovarian syndrome and all other factors, the male factors and everything else is normal, then we usually have medications which can induce ovulation. So the main problem in polycystic ovarian syndrome is that they are not producing eggs. So we can give oral tablets such as clomiphene citrate or letrozole, which is normally started between the 2nd and 5th day of periods, and it is given for a period of 5 days. And we can see whether the patient is ovulating or not by doing an ultrasound scan. And if the woman is ovulating, the follicles are growing, then we can actually induce the ovulation, that is the rupture of the eggs from the follicles by giving injection. And we can time the intercourse. We usually ask the couple to have intercourse after the injections over the next 3 to 4 days, where they have a maximum chance of getting pregnant. However, in some conditions, these medications do not work, the oral tablets do not work, and the woman still fails to produce the eggs. In such conditions, we may have to resort to giving injections. These are the gonadotrophins. They are nothing but the hormones which are produced in the pituitary gland, and they act on the ovaries. When we give these hormones, they act on the ovaries and they help in production of the eggs. And once these eggs are produced, the woman ovulates and we can again time the intercourse by using scan guidance. However, in some cases, if the woman is obese, even a simple weight loss can correct the hormonal imbalances within the body and the woman can ovulate, or they may respond to the medications that we give in a better way. In some women with polycystic ovarian syndrome, they have insulin resistance. That is, insulin is there in the body, however, it's not able to act. So because of this, there are multiple hormonal changes in the ovary which contribute to polycystic ovarian syndrome. So by giving medications which correct the insulin resistance, such as metformin or inositol, then ovulation can be induced. The eggs begin to be produced in the ovary and help the woman get pregnant. So the main site where the hormones is produced is in the ovarian stroma. That is, the stroma is thickened and the male hormones are being produced in this place. So if we decrease the quantity of stroma by a procedure called laparoscopic ovarian drilling, this is a keyhole surgery which is done, and it's usually a daycare procedure which is done under anesthesia. We can decrease the stroma and help the women ovulate or respond to our medications better. In these, we have to again be careful while doing the laparoscopic ovarian drilling because we may be damaging the follicles. So we have to measure this volume of the ovary and control the number of holes that we drill inside the ovary. So as I have listed, there are multiple causes of polycystic. So as I have listed, there are multiple treatment options which are available for a woman with polycystic ovarian syndrome, which depends upon the individual conditions such as the age of the patient, the tube, whether the fallopian tubes are open or not, and the male factor and other contributing factors. So the one which is right for a person can only be So the treatment option which is right for a person can only be decided after thorough examination and evaluation of the individual person.